Welcome back to another episode of LookWhatJesFound. Today is episode 403. And if you've been keeping up with the channel, then you know that I have been talking about a purchase that I made on eBay the past several episodes. And I'll tell you who I bought it from. I bought it from Northeast Auction. All right, I will show you very quickly the yeah. There's only 8 left out of 200, I guess, and 16. And I paid $15 for it, shipping, and it is a sealed 25-cent. Let me see. Can I open it up like my hands? Okay, good. I didn't have to use the. And I have. If you stay here towards the end, depending on how long this takes. Yeah, look how mushy. I've never seen anything like this before. Depending how long it takes, I have another purchase that I made, and I spoke about it during the previous episode about how I'm purchasing uncirculated or BU or mint state penny rolls because they're selling pretty cheap. Anyway, so let's get down to brass tacks. Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. All right. The question, what's the big question we want to ask here? Is this bullshit or not? Okay, let's just cut out the nonsense. For $15, 25 pennies, is this bullshit? That's it. Okay, that's what I want to know. And is this hand done, or did this person really somehow at some point pick up whatever hundreds and hundreds of these all wheat cent penny? Now let me add a little bit of a caveat. I'm not using gloves for this. There's only 25 pennies in here, which believe me. So let's see how difficult it is to open this up by hand. All right. Can I just use my finger to open it up? I mean, it does look now the funny thing is I do believe these rolls are original and vintage to the date. Right? So I do believe these are like 100-year-old penny wrappers. So let me get that out of the way. The question is it re-wrapped? That is the question. Is this a re-wrapped penny roll? That's the question. I'm not going to use any. I'm just going to use my fingernail. Is this going to open up? That doesn't even look properly crimped. To me. All right. Now I'm going to use my little device that I use for penny rolls, which is an acuticle. I just go like this with it, so that the pennies come out nice and smooth. But basically, I was able to open it up with my. Now, how about this? All right. Well, this is what we got. Is it going to come out smooth? All right. Let me push down on the top, or hold it down, or whatever you want to call it. That is the question. Is this? And we're going to look at it like this. Here we go. Episode 403. Now, let me put up my my penny mat up just to make sure we don't run into any uh, key varieties or semi-key dates or anything like that, which I doubt. So I have went through truly unsearched wheat cents, and I have a very nice series of videos. If you go back to my earlier, if you go into my channel, 1941D, okay, and let me get the mintage up also on the that way we can look up the mintages also. The mintage website is in the description below. So you can click on it. The link is there and you can go look up the same exact thing that I'm looking at. Okay, 1941D, there's 128 million. That's pretty low considering. The lowest one for 1921 is the S with only 92 million. Are those strike throughs? Who knows? All right, so far that's our first penny. Now, a 1919. Okay, so remember, I'm in it for 15 bucks. 1919. See the P. There's 280. So there's a lot of. Oh, sorry, 19. Oh, forget the P. There's 392 million. There's a ton of 1919s. The 1919 is not a anything. Nothing. Okay. So it's old. So if this was a penny roll from the bank, right, there would be a lot of pennies in pretty good condition. Okay, that's number one. So if there's a key variety in here, I would say it's unsearched. If a key date, a semi-key date, I would say it's unsearched. But we have to start seeing these pennies are in super duper. This one here has a lamination there, but they're in super duper bad shape. That's odd. That almost looks cleaned. What a difference in appearance from the front to the back. 1916. Nope. You follow what I'm saying? Like in 100 years ago, what is that? 1919D? See, also not a key variety, but it might be a lower mintage. Nah, semi-key dates are the lower mintage ones, but I'll still check. What is it? 1919D? 57 million. That's pretty low. I mean, it's not. The 1921 is 40 million. Is the 1921 a key variety? No. You see, they want to see all the low mintage ones are under 10 million. But still, what did I say it was? 57. It's let me see. Man, but super corroded. That's what I'm saying. Let me look this up to see what they're selling for. 1919 Denver, right? I'm gonna go lowest first. Buy it now. You can get a whole roll for $30 in great condition. Yeah, it's not even a $1 penny, not in this condition. And most of these pennies aren't even going to be worth $1 in that type of condition. So this is what I'm saying. 1920. Let me put the map back up. This is what I'm saying. 100 years ago, if somebody made a penny roll, or 75 years ago, they're all going to be in pretty good shape. So far, all we're seeing are totally destroyed pennies. All right, this one has interesting damage to it, 1951, which is a nothing. Let me look at this under the loop real quick. It's a shame because the date looks like it's a double die. And I don't know what that is. It's cool looking, but yeah, all of these pennies are totally destroyed. How about this one? 1939. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've gotten unsearched wheat cents before, and most of them are in fine condition. Some of them would be in AU condition. None of these are in fine condition. Yeah, what is it's an S? 1953 S. I'll look up the mintage on it, but $181 million. Yeah, it's virtually impossible for this to be like a wrapped by 1957D by a customer, like that somebody brought this in, or by a bank from period. I'm saying from the time period. $282 million. Oh, okay. So what did they do? They added some errors in here. Let me look at this under the loop. All right. So this is it's a nicer looking die chip. That much I can say, right? The penny is in a little bit better condition than some of the other ones. And there's even something going on in the wheat stalk there. Like missing some metal. All right, let me go a little closer just to look at that a little closer. All right, so this might be. I mean, I might be able to get $5 for this, maybe, because that's really nice. It's a filled-in B, but it looks like another die chip on the E that looks like a piece of the I. I mean, it's not, but I'm just saying it looks like it. All right, so that's another. So far, nothing. Right? We got maybe 1919 S. That's interesting. What's that? I have to keep. You know what? Let me just make the windows a little small. It doesn't matter. 1919 S is not a semi-key date. Let's look at the mintage is 139 million, so it's a nothing burger. It's just a cool penny, and that's why they're putting it in here. This is a sucker penny. It looks like it maybe has some. It's correct. It's not worth anything, man. It's another one. So far, we have two interesting dates, but worthless. 1923. I don't know the key dates, that's why I keep having. No, the 1923 S is a semi key date, which this is not, right? Oh, hold on a second. Let me look at this. Okay, so now this is, let's look at the condition of this, because this is, I have to pause it again. Is that a dike? Is that a strike through on it? I have to look at this again. Hold on. Okay, so another possible trick coin. In this condition, it's worth about $1. But let me tell you, there is something I noticed about this. And I don't know if you're going to be able to agree, if you're going to agree with me, or if you're going to see it. So it's a 1923 S. Look at the GOD on this. Come on, man. And tell me if you think that's a double die. It's the only thing I could say about it. And of course, that would be accidental. The condition is like very poor. But it actually looks like it's slightly doubled. On the D, anyway. I'll put that to the side. So far, we got like, I mean, unless that 2023 S, has a serious double die, which is not serious, we're talking about maybe $3 in coins so far. So this is the one with the strike through. I picked up the wrong one before. 1917 D. And there were no, on copper coins, there were no pictures or identification of a double die of 90 of the that 1923 S that we found. And was this 1917? If there's any doubling on the obverse, it's another key variety, which, see, to me, this is just damage. But is it cool damage? Is it something that someone will pay $2 or $3 for? I don't know. I doubt it. All right. Here's another coin with die chipping on it, with die chips on it. Is it extra thickness? I'm gonna say I'm not sure. Is that a repunch mint mark? I mean, the condition is so bad. That's why they're putting it in here. You know what I mean? That this is not like a collectible coin for whoever we're putting these in the rolls. This is like their junk, and that they don't even deal with. So is this one worth $3? Maybe. So we have two die chips. I mean, again, you're begging for $3. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they're really worth it. Is that a strong strike through? 1920. It's an S. It almost looks like a VS, right? Which of course it's not. There's no such thing. But let me look at this under the loop. So is that a strike through on the back? You know what? The condition is so poor. It really, who cares? So far, what do we got? We got junk. We got a couple nice die chips. But most of these pennies are worth like maybe a quarter or something like that. So if you got 50, quarters, 44D. They have one that's a D over S or S over D. 44D, D over S. Yeah, I doubt it. You know, I mean, every penny is garbage. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. You know, in the 1940s, well, we had a 57. In the 1950s, these pennies would have looked pretty brand new. You know what I mean? So this is, I would say I'm relatively confident that this penny roll was seeded, filled after whatever the latest date is, right? So if the latest date is 1957, whatever it was after, it was recent, past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, by someone who is looking, by someone, not by the bank, not by uh, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago did not get these 75 years ago, and whoever was holding on to this for the past 75. No, the past five, it could have been yesterday that somebody made that penny roll. It could be yesterday. Again, that's my opinion. Another 1919. These are junk. They're putting in 1919s as trick coins, right? These are trick coins. Now, can you find something that somebody missed? Yeah, of course, that's always possible. You know, you know, yes, that's possible. You find an error that they missed and it's worth $20 or $30. All right. And then, I mean, so you spend $15, you try to sell, say if you sell it for 20, eBay shipping, tax and all that. See, look at this. This looks even 51D. Even looks like it's cleaned, It was dirty and somebody cleaned it. These are all worthless pennies. Now look at that. Yeah, is it cleaned? Who knows? It almost doesn't matter. You know what I mean? If it is, it was. It's not. Um, you know, somebody saved the penny rolls. That's all. Somebody opened up a penny roll. Had this originally. This is as close to the original, and this is where they opened it from. Where I opened it from, and then they used a crimp roll machine. They closed it back up. You can see how worn it is. How come this one's not worn like that? This one looks brand new. Look how nice and clean. I was wondering why it looks so frayed, and I thought that was from age, how frayed it looked. No, it's frayed because it was opened and closed. And that's why I was able to open up with my finger. See, let's close it back up again. That's why it looks so frayed. How come this side doesn't look that way? Because this one's probably, yeah, I can feel how tight it is over here. Very tight. This is the original. So they opened up one side and they reclosed it. So every once in a while, I will pick up a roll to do a video on it, and I will be out some money. And that's all there is to it. These here are worth about maybe 10 to 25 cents a piece. So that is 20 of them. You know, maybe someone buys these for $3 or $4, all of them, or $5 tops. We had the 2 die chips. I mean, this die chip is pretty nice. I gotta admit, they must have just put this in there just to shut you up. That's a pretty nice die chip. I mean, is it worth $10? I doubt it. I doubt it. Might be worth $5. This one, the 5 and the B both have die chips. Maybe I clean it up a little bit. $5? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's worth $1. Maybe you get someone to give you $3 or $4 for it. Maybe. No, I just put these to the side because they were interesting. I think one of them had. We got the S. This is like a $1. Maybe one of them was a key variety. The 23. This one might be $1. And then then the other interesting dates might be worth $1 for all 3 of them. So we might have 4. Maybe I'll put these 2 as 5. That's 9. So retail $15 retail. So like 100% not worth buying. 100% not worth buying. For me, not worth buying. 100%. What's that called? Redone. Most likely redone. Most high probability. Am I going to say 100%? No, but I would go as far as 99%. This is a crimp rolled. They got the machines. It's probably exactly the size of a quarter. They probably used a quarter crimper. It seems big, and it's funny because I was like, why is this so like spacey? Or a nickel crimper, excuse me. I said quarter. Could be like a nickel. To me, it's like nickel sized. Do I have a nickel here? I don't have a nickel on my desk. But here, if you want me to put a penny on top of it, just so you can see the difference in size. No, I guess it's close to a penny size. I don't know why it looks so huge. Yeah, okay. I guess it's a penny crimper then. So I was wrong about that. Yeah, but anyway, that's my opinion. So we got to look through it. Please click like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.